you want to get me started on UFOs?
If they come over, then we engage. If not, we kind of just, speculate.
All of those are hotspots for UFOs.
Hey Earthlings, and welcome back to Cloud Shadow TV. Alan's not here. Oh my gosh. Cut. Got him. Thanks for coming, Alan. Oh, you have a thread. Hey Earthlings, welcome back to Cloud Shadow TV. I'm your host Jessie, and this is my co-host Alan. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, tell us what you think. Go back and watch our old videos. But yeah, thanks for being here. This is the Alien Abduction Support Group, so me and Alan chat about aliens. Welcome to the chat. So today we're going to be talking about zodiac signs. And how are we going to do that, you ask? Well, I'm going to take the alien species that we discussed in the last two videos, where I took celebrity Halloween costumes and then paired them with like real alien species. Go check that out, link somewhere around here. And I'm going to take those alien species and pair them with their zodiac sign. So which zodiac sign this species kind of like relates to or blends in with the most. Obviously, not every one of that whole alien species is probably that zodiac sign, but you never know. Maybe there's an alien species that's like only born in January. It's possible. We're going to be using our Earth astrology. We're going to be using the zodiac signs we know and love to pair these aliens such as the Anunnaki, the Greys, the Reptilians. So stick around to find out what aliens are in your zodiac sign. I'm a Gemini. Alan, what's your zodiac sign? I could tell. I'm a Gemini. We get kind of a bad reputation, I think, because people either love or hate us. There's a lot of really smart I keep wanting to talk about Kanye, but I just don't want to talk about Kanye, but he's a Gemini. So, we get a bad rep. But there's a lot of amazing Geminis out there. I think people think we're two-faced. I think that we just kind of are diplomatic and have a lot of interests, so we can appear differently in different situations. But they're both real. Alan, you ready? Earthlings, you ready? Let's go. So I'm going to do the zodiac signs in order from the beginning of the year, January, but it actually starts December 22nd, and then to the end of the year. So I'll be starting with Capricorn. Technically it starts in December, but it's December 22nd to January 19th. So if you are a Capricorn, pay close attention. So I'm into astrology, but I wouldn't call myself an expert. So instead of making up my own definitions for each sign or like traits that coexist with each sign, I'm going to actually go by what CoStar says. I think they're a pretty popular astrology app. It's a fun app to use. You can see, like, I'm not sponsored. That would be cool though. But you can see like whose signs match up with you out of your friends. So I'm going by the CoStar definitions of like what kind of people have these signs. Capricorns are mature, responsible, motivated by duty. They take a while to warm up to people, and they repress emotions that get in the way of their success. The first thing that comes to my mind is observers, because I'm like 3 episodes from finishing Fringe for the second time in my life. Love that show. Sorry if I touched my microphone. Love that show. Fringe is amazing. If you are a Capricorn, the aliens that I think that share your sign are the Kili-Tuker and the Maitre. I discussed these ones in my 2 videos ago. They're both in the same video. I believe I assigned the Maitre to Lizzo, and the Kili-Tuker, I think that one went to Lily Allen. So if you want to go check that out. Why are these aliens Capricorns? The Kili-Tuker are like known to be kind of like an old alien species, like they've been around for a long time, but also they live to be 200 years old. They don't seem to be overly violent, so I would consider them mature. They do allegedly. So maybe it's because it takes a while for them to warm up to us and they need to just kind of figure us out a little bit more, so they want to take some people into close quarters. Not the way I would go about it, but I'm not an alien. I mean, to Alan I'm an alien, but on Earth I'm not an alien. You know what I'm saying. And I kind of got to start it off a little spicy, because I gave the Capricorns the Maitre, and the Maitre are not very nice. They are not the nicest of alien species. The Maitre are kind of known to be parasites, and they, try to take over other planets and whatnot. So the Capricorn aspect of this, I think, is that they repress emotions that get in the way of their success. So, you have to be able to not care about people if you're gonna, conquer them. So I would have to say it's very possible the Maitreys are Capricorns. Hope I'm not offending any Capricorns. This is all in good fun. If you're on YouTube, one YouTuber who I'm pretty sure is a Capricorn, I should look this up, is Eugene from the Try Guys. And everybody loves Eugene, but there's also, evil Eugene. So maybe that's a little spicy Maitre in him. All right, next up we have Aquarius, the age of Aquarius. But Aquarius happens every year between January 20th and February 18th. The Aquarius are known to be purposefully esoteric, into conspiracy theories, might be watching this video. They aren't too into feelings, they're just more into concepts. They are said to fetishize personal freedom, and they're more in love with humanity as a whole than the individuals themselves. So I feel like this one actually relates very well to a lot of different aliens. It was kind of hard for me to not put a few in here, but I didn't want to stuff them all into the same sign. And I didn't want to give one sign a bunch of not great, not very nice aliens. That didn't seem fair. So the Aquarius, what aliens are joining you in this sun sign? Well, it doesn't have to be your sun sign, but what aliens are sharing the sign of Aquarius? So the aliens that share the sign Aquarius are the Anunnaki and the Tzar 3. Anunnaki, why are they Aquarius? I actually think this fits pretty well. Me personally, I don't know if the myths around the Anunnaki reflect them as being good or bad, or kind of chaotic middle ground. And also the Anunnaki are wrapped in a lot of conspiracy theories. There's the whole origin story of the humans with the Anunnaki, and how maybe they created humans to be their slaves, and then we got away from that. And I think that there's a lot of fetishization in personal freedom, especially when you want that freedom yourself, but you're taking it away from others. So I do think that the Anunnaki fits well in Aquarius, surprisingly. So if you are an Aquarius, what do you think? How does that make you feel? If you were abducted, would you want to be abducted by an Anunnaki alien? Let me know in the comments. Also, I put Anunnaki in Aquarius because of the statement that they're more in love with humanity as a whole than the individual. I think the myths about the Anunnaki say that they keep, a lot of tabs on us. They're very interested in us as a whole. But do the Anunnaki care about me or Stan or June? Those are people who I made up that are standing in my imaginary space. But yeah, the Anunnaki don't care about the individuals. They care about humanity. So this one I felt like was pretty spot on. I put the Tzar 3 into the Aquarius because of the whole conspiracy thing. I think that this alien species has started a lot of rumors and conspiracy theories, and for that influence, I put them with the sign Aquarius. Also, because of their relation and separation from other reptoid races, I think that they would have like an almost like obsession or like need to feel esoteric, and would feel like an outcast from the other reptoid species. In those ways, I think that they would also match up with Aquarius as well. And then in addition, some of them are apparently captive, you know, by human governments. And I would fetishize personal freedom if I was in jail. Just saying. Right, so next up we have Pisces. The Pisces are born between February 19th and March 20th. And this is a sign that I have like two really good friends, a boy and a girl, who are born on the same day in the Pisces time. And they're both so different from each other, but like at the core maybe have a little similarities. But I do kind of think that Pisces shows itself differently in men and women, probably in every individual, but the two that I'm thinking of is a man and a woman, and they're like so polar opposites and they cannot get along with each other, but they have the exact same birthday. It's interesting. What's up with the Pisces? What are the Pisces like? CoStar says that Pisces act like they are both 5 and 50 at the same time, and that they're not sure if they dreamt something or if it really happened. I get the vibe of like floaty, airy. Pisces think that everything is a sign. They're excessively romantic. They're prone to fantasy, and they have no boundaries. I could say that this is pretty true from the Pisces I know in my life. What aliens would also fall under the Pisces umbrella? For Pisces, I have the Smod, the Aphim aliens, and the Perut of Illumu. The alien Smod, which is one of the no picture aliens. I think I gave this one to Rachel Bilson in my first alien species video that I did with the celebrity Halloween costumes. So I put the Smod in Pisces because they're known to be really interested in human religious beliefs, and I kind of thought that aligned with like fantasy, dreamy, maybe them having this like interest in other species religions says something about their desire for the romance that they hope is in the universe. I do think that there is something like romantic to a lot of religions. So yeah, smarter Pisces because they want to know what's up with Jesus and all the other religions. For the Perut Avalumu, the reason that they're Pisces is because they're peaceful, nocturnal, interested in the Earth's oceans. They maybe even have USOs, which is very cool. I think I gave this one to Joseph Gordon-Levitt in my most recent video. His alien costume, which was Yoda, but Perut Avalumu. The reasons I think that these qualities make them a Pisces is because there's something very romantic about like being only around at night, and they're peaceful, and they're just trying to probably like learn about us, and there is like you don't have too much boundaries if you're gonna go to some other species planet and like do science projects in their oceans without telling them. I mean, maybe they told some people, but I don't know. So that's kind of boundaryless. And yeah, I think their peaceful water vibes go well with this water sign of the Pisces. And finally, for Pisces, I put the Aphim aliens because they took the other aliens, the Spanisty, and they took it and they put it on their name, so they became the Aphim Spanisty when they took over those aliens to like show other aliens not to mess with them because they have no boundaries in their Pisces. That's what I thought, because you know they have no boundaries if they're gonna take that other alien's name after they already like beat them. They're gonna take their name and put it in theirs. No boundaries, bro. The next sign up in the year that goes from March 21st until April 19th is the Aries. Aries are known to have no filter. They think everything is a game that they can win. They get angry and then they forget why they're angry. They're easily bored, and they will do anything on a dare. I did my best to not put my personal feelings into Aries into picking these aliens. No, I don't really have anything against Aries at all in general. There's like one Aries that rubs me the wrong way, you know? Anyways, so don't be mad at me, Aries, okay? Don't be mad. I gave the Aries reptilians and the Kilimant air. Okay? So we're going to start with the Kilimant air. Well, you'll see why you got reptilian in a minute. For now, we're going to talk about the Kilimant air. So the reason that I picked the Kilimant air for Aries, didn't mean to do that. Kilimant air, Aries. Just realized that now. But the reason that I picked them for this sign is the area that they're known to be found in, even though they are rarely seen, the area that they are seen in is the Bermuda Triangle. Now, if I were an alien and I were going to, play a game of truth or dare and only pick dare, I would go fuck around in the Bermuda Triangle. It makes sense to me. So I think the Kilimant are Aries because they'll probably do anything on a dare. I also think the fact that they've been so rarely spotted by humans, according to this book that we're working off of for these videos, I think that because they've only been sighted 8 times ever, and apparently the Russian and American governments have made special machines to be able to see them, and we still can't really see them. Yeah, they think they're winning a game. Yeah, they're playing because it's fun, and they're like, these humans are never going to see me. So they probably think they can get away with whatever they want. So I think that this one, it suits them, And then reptilians. Aries, you guys got stuck with the reptilians because I think if you are a alien species, like playing the long game on another planet, looking like this other species, shape-shifting, infiltrating their government, like you have no filter, you are willing to play games with your neighbors and just mess with their lives and like stir the pot, easily bored, I'm sure, because you left your whole planet. You're like, this planet's boring, let's go to that one and fuck with those people. I just kind of think that they have some qualities of the Aries. Now, is this to say that Aries are all bad? Absolutely not. But just reptilians are probably Aries. Okay, next up we have Taurus, and that goes from 4/20 to May 20. That sounded weird. But yeah, Tauruses are born from April 20th to March 20th. This is the zodiac sign where they are known to be homebodies. They love to cuddle. They're all or nothing. There's no gray area. And they would probably wear the same outfit every day, or like different versions of the same outfit. I call this like a cartoon closet, when someone has like this wardrobe that looks exactly the same every single day. I had an art teacher who did this in high school. He was cool. And then lastly, the Taurus are known to hate big changes. The Taurus aliens we will be discussing are the X5 Zygote, the Strom, and the Dorsey. So the X5 Zygote, pretty simple. I put them in Taurus because they are rational thinkers. They are, I guess, not exactly robots, but they're inorganic beings. And I would say that this goes along with no gray area, no in between. It's very this way or that way. I see that as like how a robot would think. And so that's why the X5 Zygote, I think, would be a Taurus. The Strom, I believe, are Taurus because it says that vegetation is extremely important to them. And I was like, what sign do I think likes plants the most? Like, what sign is at home watering all their plants and just happy all the time about it? and I thought Taurus. So that was the first thing that led me to think that the Strom are Tauruses. But also they're known to use extreme caution, and humans rarely see them. So this could be like homebodies, not interested in change, reasons why they would not want to interact too much with humans. They want to keep to themselves. But maybe they want to cuddle with us. You never know. One YouTuber who I am also pretty sure would need to double check, but I'm pretty sure about this one. I'm like 99% certain. Kendall Ray from, Mile Higher and The Sesh and all her true crime stuff, she is a Taurus. So I wonder what she would think about me giving this to the X5 Zykoot and the Strom. And finally, the last Taurus alien is the Dorsey. And these are the ones that eat humans and other alien species. So, the evil ones gotta have a sign too. Serial killers have zodiac signs, There's even the Zodiac killer. But the reason that I put Dorsey in Taurus is because they hate big change, because they have been in a constant state of war with another alien species for 2 billion years. Not 1 billion, not 2 million, 2 billion years. They've been in the same war, so they probably really hate change. Next up, we have my sign, which is Gemini. The Geminis are born between May 21st and June 20th. Me and my mom are both Geminis, so I might be a little biased, but I tried my best to not be biased, and I tried to not just give my sign the best aliens. So us Geminis are known to be charismatic. We use humor as a crutch. We could talk to a brick wall. Arguments are a way of flirting. And we know a little bit about everything. So the Gemini aliens are Zeta Reticuli, Ramee, and the Dries. So I thought the Zeta Reticuli might be Geminis because they're one of the alien species that have been known to interact with humans the most throughout history. So they have to be pretty charismatic. They also, get on our good side and are here and talk to us. But then they give information to the Anunnaki about us. So that could be seen in the more negative connotation of Gemini as that two-faced type of thing. They're also allegedly held a lot of positions of power, such as pharaohs, and this seems like something you have to be very, you have to be able to talk a lot, you have to be charismatic. So I think the Zeta Reticuli are probably Geminis. The next alien that I thought was possibly a Gemini is the Ramee. The reason that I think this is because they allegedly helped create civilization, so they must know a little about a lot. So, because you have to know a little bit about a lot of different types of things in order to make a society happen. So that's why I thought that the Ramees might be Geminis. Also, their relationship to blood sacrifices, I was arguments as flirting? And finally, for the Geminis, I picked the Dries because they are rumored to be revealing themselves to humans by the end of 2022, which we're almost there. But I gotta say, if you're gonna be the first alien to just say what's up to us Earthlings, you gotta be pretty charismatic, pretty bold, ready for anything, hopefully funny. That would be fun. But we'll have to see what happens. But I do think that the alien that comes first and announces themselves first to the humans, there's a good probability that they're a Gemini. The Dries are also known to abduct humans for reproductive purposes, which could be a really horrible attempt at flirting. But I'm going to start this video with Cancer. And Cancers are born between June 21st and July 22nd. So Cancers are known to seek comfort. They only have one boundary, but it's very strong. They often take on other people's problems. They're very sensitive and they forgive, but they never forget. So the Cancer aliens are going to be the Solipses Ray, other known as the Greys, and the Puhuxity, which is how I've decided it's pronounced. Let me know how you think it's said in the comments. The reason I believe that the Greys would be Cancers is because they're very sensitive to other people, like other different species, and they help out other planets. They're known to work, I believe, with the Council of Five, according to this book, which, if you don't know what that is, go check out the part 1 of my Alien Halloween costume series. Cancers are known to only have one boundary, but it's very strong, and the Greys are known to only have one weapon, just so that people know, like, we will protect ourselves if we need to. And I feel like that's very Cancer. Like, we're not here to hurt you, but if you hurt us, you're gonna get what's coming to you. Also, Cancers are known to take on other people's problems, and I feel like the Greys coming to other planets and helping them out, they're taking on the other species' problems. A Cancer human, we might think, would take on their family and friends' problems, but also they might meet someone, hear their story, and feel like they need to help them, or like a drive to help them. And I feel like that's kind of maybe what happens with the Greys. Like, they land on a new planet, they learn those people's stories, and then they're like, we can help, let's see what we can do. So, I mean, I feel like the Greys are nice aliens. So, shout out Cancers, you get a good alien. My grandma is a Cancer. And then the other alien that I thought was maybe a Cancer is the Puhuxity. And the reason that I said this is because apparently, allegedly, they used to have a lot of contact with humans, and then most of them left, some of them stayed, but the ones that stayed were all killed by the humans, and now they never come back. So that boundary is strong. They don't need to come and fight back, but they're not coming back. So I feel that, Puhuxity. I know and love a lot of Leos, but they are a very, I think, strong personality. So a lot of times when someone is a Leo, you know right away. So I tried to just use my instinct when assigning the aliens to this sign. Leos are born between July 23rd and August 22nd. Leos are interested in luxury. They're often a little bit vain, but they exude warmth and creativity, and they have really big personalities. And they also often really want to stand out. The aliens that I think would be Leos are the Lang and the Akart. So the Lang, I think, are a really interesting species. They are known to have created the legend of fairies, according to the Book of Alien Races. So that alone screams warmth, personality, standing out from humans instead of trying to blend right in. And fairies do present this image of luxury. But then there's Tinkerbell, who is totally vain, but we love her still. So that little spicy fairy, totally Leo. Tinkerbell, definitely a Leo. Also, they spark a lot of rumors. Some other alien species saying that they abduct a lot of humans, and others swearing that they have never abducted a human. So I feel like Leos can strike that kind of love in you, you know? So yeah, I definitely think the Lang are Leos. And then I assigned Akart to Leo because they are known to have the fastest alien spaceship. I mean, come on. That's obviously some Leo territory right there. They just want to be flashy, like showing up in that super fast spaceship. Very cool, very luxurious, very Leo. Virgos are born between August 23rd and September 22nd. Virgos are known to need to feel useful. They have a million ideas a second. They're judgmental but with good intentions. They have a quick fix for everything and exceptional spatial awareness. Virgo is actually my rising sign. Alan, do you know your rising sign? We'll have to look it up for you. Maybe that can be an episode. Alan's astrology chart. The Virgo aliens we will be discussing are the Graisley and the Rake. Allegedly, the Graisleys were gifted a pyramid by people of Egypt back in the day, so I do think that they would have had to have been very useful to the culture in order to have earned that. So according to the story, Virgo makes sense to me. Also, they're known to only travel with 6 aliens, Graisleys at a time, and so I think that's like very structured, which is very Virgo, very orderly. They also keep a close eye on humans because they think that we could be easily misled by other species, thinking like they have a million ideas per second of like what could possibly happen to us and what they could do to prevent it. So I mean, if they're here to help us, thank you, Graisleys. So the rock were actually known to inspire genies, the myth of genies, or jinn actually. And I thought that this matched with having a quick fix for everything because, like they'll grant you 3 wishes, quick fix, here you go. I thought that was kind of a nice little Virgo touch to their personality. Additionally, they allegedly left Earth because they couldn't handle our flora and fauna, so they probably didn't feel very useful here if they couldn't breathe well. Alright, now we're at Libra, which is Alan's sign. Here we go. Libras are born between September 22nd and October 23rd. This is the sign of like scales and balance. Libras hate being alone. They are conflict avoidant. They have really good aesthetic. They see every side. They are prone to fantasy and they can't make decisions. The Libra aliens that will be joining Alan in this zodiac sign are the Curs and the mysteriously named 2017. The Curs, other known as the gods of lands, which I gave to Heidi Klum's golden alien in my Halloween video, which you should go watch, they are often covered in gold, so obviously have a fantastic aesthetic. What could be better? Allegedly, the Curs were part of the development of humans on Earth, and then they just left, and then like some came back, and now they're all coming back. So that's very indecisive. They couldn't decide if they want to leave or if they want to stay. The 2017 aliens, I think that they're Libras because, well, Alan kind of said so, but also because they came here and gave us like information and then just left. So that feels a little bit conflict avoidant. Like they don't want to help. They're just like, here, deal with this. Here's a warning, which is nice, I guess. Can't complain, but if you know, can you do something about it? They also created wormholes to travel through the universe, so they really had to think a lot about that, so they must not like being alone. Also, the fact that we have no picture of them makes them create a fantasy for us, so we have to wonder what they looked like. So, prone to fantasy much? We don't even know their name. So mysterious. They just want to have this air of mystery to them. And like, do you want us to know who you are or not? Make up your mind. Make a decision. Scorpios are born between October 23rd and November 21st. My brother and my dad are both Scorpios, and my moon sign is also Scorpio. Co-star, not me, says that Scorpio's primary emotion is betrayal, but also that you guys look cool in a leather jacket. So Scorpios are okay with uncomfortable silence. You often can't tell if they're serious or if they're joking, and they have eyes that look into your soul. The Scorpio aliens are the Mythalae and the Nagamuk. The Mythalae, which I gave to Lil Nas X in my part 1 of my Halloween costumes video. Once again, go watch that one. It's pretty fun. But the Mythalae, they look kind of like skeletons, which I feel would look very cool in a leather jacket. They're also mysterious. They don't really represent any threat to humans, and they're often seen above Antarctica. So, like, what are you guys up to in your leather jackets and your spaceships? They are also a reptoid species, but they're not reptilians, so maybe they feel a little bit betrayed by them. Also, because the Mythalae aren't really known to abduct humans, but they are known to come here, it's like, what are you doing? Are you serious? Are you gonna, like, cause problems from us? Or are you just playing around? Are you joking? Also, the way this mytholite alien looks like in the picture, it's like he's wearing sunglasses kind of, which goes very well with, looks cool with a leather jacket. The Negamuck, on the other hand, are the species of aliens that allegedly governments fear the most, and they're the aliens that the aliens in Independence Day are created or based after. They do abduct humans and they like exercise control over their minds. So I think that that would probably mean that they feel pretty betrayed by the humans for some reason. Not sure what we did to them, but they seem to be running on betrayal. And then finally, the last sign of the zodiac, Sagittarius, who are born between November 22nd and December 21st. Sagittarius have no inner voice, but they're the friendliest person at the party. They are obsessed with self-improvement. They wield their truth like a blunt weapon. And they are known to form their opinions off of emotions. The Sagittarius aliens are the Palladians, the Jeff Fox, and the Alpha-Beta. The Palladians are associated with spiritual growth, and they are thought to be able to improve themselves enough to get to that next level. So this totally says Sagittarius to me. They are obsessed with self-improvement, finding their own truth within themselves. I think this one was very obvious to me. The Palladians are Sagittarius. The Jeff Fox were said to have spoken to a lot of human leaders like 3 weeks before JFK was killed, and then they never came back. I feel like they had something important to say and then weren't listened to, and this hurt their feelings, and then they decided that they just didn't need to help us anymore if we didn't want the help. So that is what I think maybe a Sagittarius would do, the line of thinking they might have. So that's why I think that the Jeff Foxes are Sagittarius. And on the more negative side, the Alpha-Beta might be Sagittarius, because if that obsession with self-improvement goes the wrong way, it could become negative, and maybe that is why these Alpha-Beta aliens might be Sagittarius, who are known to have taken over 100 different civilizations on like different planets. They could be a little bit too obsessed with expanding themselves. They probably aren't the friendliest person at the party, but you know, I was thinking like what maybe is the dark side of a Sagittarius, and that is why I put Alpha-Beta here. Alright Earthlings, this was fun. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back next week with another video. Like, subscribe, watch my old videos, tell your friends, tell your cousin, tell that person who talks about aliens too much that you know to watch this video. Thanks guys. Peace out Earthlings.